Hey gamers, Gecko here. When you think of the fighting game community, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For people who've joined in recent years, it's probably massive stadiums, big crowds, giant major events, people playing with actual money on the line. And while that has become a part of the FGC, it's only really become a part of it recently. In the past few years, since basically the start of the pandemic, fighting games have grown quite a bit, and alongside that, our biggest tournaments have grown alongside it. But as these tournaments grow, there's been a bit more of a push towards professionalism in the broadcasts, in the environment that's there. You generally won't see major tournaments having shaky cams, crappy mics, and low quality feeds. Everything looks pretty professional. If you want to be quite derogatory, and I'm going to be, you could say that the fighting games have become more esports. There's bigger money on the line, there's bigger events being held, and everything looks a little bit more smooth, a little bit more streamlined. What I found when a game really goes into esports is that there's this invisible push towards competition. Even I felt it when I'm playing Strive. I feel this literal force pushing me to wanting to just get better over everything else. The more that fighting games present themselves as giant, important things, the more that people are gonna see them as that. And this can lead to a pretty simple question. How do you be casual in this environment? Casual play and competitive play are generally seen as at odds with one another. It's all fun and games, dicking about and having a silly time in your game, but at some point, a competitive player is going to come and they're going to beat your ass. Someone's going to find something that's really good and really strong, and they're going to use it. And for some people, it feels like the casual play has suddenly disappeared. Everyone's being sweaty now. And while a lot of these are boogeymen, it definitely can feel like that for a lot of different games. Fighting games aren't the only genre that has this problem. MOBAs have it really bad as well. Several shooters have the same problem. Playing casually in a game like League of Legends or Counter-Strike is not the norm. You'll generally rub up against people who say that you need to play it this way and you need to do it like that. And being a casual player who just enjoys the game can feel nigh impossible sometimes. But I don't think all hope is lost. I think you can still have casual fun in the FGC. You just need to know where to look. To begin with, if you like a game, play it. If you don't like a game, don't play it. A lot of people in the fighting game community seem to be drawn towards specific games because they're the prestigious ones. They're the ones that everyone plays and everyone likes. Granted, a lot of these games are popular for a good reason, but if you don't like them, you don't have to play them. You can go play something else. While it's not entirely related, when Street Fighter 6 came out, I did feel a invisible push to just sort of make content on that game, even though I don't like Street Fighter. If it doesn't have an air dash, I fucking hate it. I would have much rather continued playing Strive or gone on to other, more obscure anime games. And so I did. And I was much happier for it. Right now, I'm slightly burnt out of Strive. Not enough to stop playing it entirely, but I just feel that general, after a patch has been out for a while and there's no real major events coming up for me, so I've started playing other games. If you want to see me play a cool and awesome dinosaur fighting game tonight, go down below. It's gonna be fucking stupid. Go to the Twitch, subscribe while you're down there. YouTube engagement. If you like a game, keep playing it. If you're starting to feel like you don't really like the game that much, maybe just go play something else. You don't need to grind out a game forever. Even the best players in any fighting game play other things. They'll take breaks to reset their mental and feel better about themselves. So you should just try doing that too. It's a game that you have as an option to play, not something that you should be forcing yourself to get better at. Alongside that, go to local, regional, and major tournaments. Now, this does sound a little bit counterproductive. I said at the start that when you think of the FGC, you think of big tournaments, big stages, a lot of people doing a lot of things, but there are reasons for that. When I say go to local, regional, and major tournaments, I mostly mean grassroots stuff. Yeah, going to EVO can be cool, and America has a lot of major tournaments for you to choose between, but you'll never get the same vibe as going to your local tournament, or, even better, going to a regional one. When you go there, you'll really find the people who actually play and enjoy the game, and you'll have people who you share things in common with. All of my best memories in fighting games aren't me sitting, playing online, hating everything, getting angry. It's me going to a tournament, meeting up with some friends, or meeting new friends, and going and getting food, doing karaoke, going fucking bowling or some shit. Hell, just sitting around and talking is my favorite part of my local. The, hour before the bracket starts, when we don't really have enough setups and we just sit there talking about Guilty Gear or whatever fighting game we want to talk about, is great. It's fun. It fills my soul with joy. And the majority of people who go to these tournaments are also casuals. I'm not a really intense competitive player, and I get second at my local pretty much consistently. I'm able to get top 16s or top 8s at regionals. You don't have to be a sweaty competitive player to go to events and find people who enjoy your hobby. Hell, I'm going to a regional on Saturday. I would plug it here, but they've capped up on signups. Go drowning pools if you can. If someone drops out and you manage to get in, go drowning pool. And the bracket I'm looking forward to the most isn't even the Guilty Gear bracket. It's the mystery game bracket. How are you going to be competitive in a mystery game bracket? You don't even know what you're going to be playing. Yes, you might meet high-level players. Yes, you might fight against high-level players. But you'll really get to find out what the community is all about. I know people who don't even really care about the fighting game they play anymore, but they still go to events because the actual community that makes up the fighting game community is the best bit. If you have the ability to go to an offline event, I urge you to do it. Genuinely, it is one of the most fun things that you can do. You can go 0-2 in the bracket and still have a good time. Also, don't be scared to talk to people. Everyone in there is a nerd who wants to play a fighting game. Talk to your opponent in your first set and, try to make friends. It's worked for me before. Genuinely, it has. If you can't go to offlines, well, there's still online communities as well. The likelihood is whatever game you play will have some sort of casual Discord server that you can play games in. Now, of course, Discord servers can be hit or miss, since basically anyone can be in there. But the likelihood is you will find people who you enjoy playing games with. I've joined servers to play competitively in, and then I've started playing in things like fucking Blood Bowl leagues because I've just made friends in there. I fucking hate Blood Bowl, by the way. Going and searching out the actual community will help you, and it'll make you feel more connected with the people who actually enjoy your games. And from there, you can just vibe and hang out. If you're really too scared to do that and you feel like modern games are way too competitive and way too hard, despite how it may seem from the outlooks, generally all the fighting games have more casual communities. I really like DNF Duel, and that game doesn't really exist anymore. But there's still a casual community who plays about every weekend in the online lobbies. And they're just there to have fun because they like the game. So, take breaks if you need to. Don't grind out until you burn yourself out. Go to your locals and grassroots events and play the game that you like. Doing all this, you can just enjoy fighting games. And if you don't want to do any of that, and you do want to grind out the game, more power to you. You don't have to be hardcore to be in this community. You can just dick about and have fun in random games. Like Warpath Jurassic Park. That's what we're playing tonight. Go to the Twitch. It's gonna be funny. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you right now. And if I don't see you right now, why weren't you in the stream? What the fuck were you doing, bro?